So can you hear me? No? How can you say that? Okay, is my screen visible here? Okay. Yesterday we stopped here, right? So I said that this is the equation that we are much bothered about. Y is equal to the yesterday videos attend the class. Very good. Straight lines. Yeah, straight line. Please download that and give it to me. We'll do problems from NCERT. See, there are different forms of straight line. Okay. First, we are going to understand each and every form. Now, obviously, we are going to solve problems based on that. Okay. So we are much bothered about this equation. Y is equal to mx plus c. Okay. So what is y here? What is y? Is a dependent variable. Okay. So this all in terms of function, if you want, you can write f of x is equal to mx plus c. That's how we write it in terms of function, right? Because y is equal to f of x. That we have seen that in function. So straight line is also a function of x and y, right? Straight line is also a function, and it's a continuous function. Straight line, because straight line is it will not end, right? It will keep going on. It is not never breaking. So it's a continuous function. Straight line. Okay. So in center we haven't defined yesterday. No? I'll just let's pause that in center for a minute and we'll do it later. Let's not waste our time on in center as of now. Okay, straight lines. Slope of a line. Okay. So what we have done yesterday? Slope of a line. How do you find the slope of a line? Solve a problem. Can we switch off, turn off this light? Will that be okay? Yeah, just turn off. Wait. Also, can you turn off this light? This light. Tube light. Yeah, off. Is that okay? Visible to you? Yeah, you give me the iPad. I want that. I'm teaching on this pad. I think I need to learn how to speak to people. Okay. So this is the coordinate. This is the coordinate system, rectangular coordinate system given to you. Okay. This is point A. Let's say this is -2, 3, and a point B. Let's say point B is what? You tell me. 6, 7. Is that okay? Find the slope of this line. Find slope of line AB. See, line AB means what? If you just join this point, you need only 2 points to have a line, right? With 2 points, we can make a line, isn't it? So you need to find the slope of this line. How do you find the slope? We studied yesterday. See, how much we got? See, m is the slope of line. M is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Okay, Shreya, look at the board. Now, what is y2? You take any A, B, it doesn't matter. You can take any whatever you want, but x2 also you will take the same. So let's say 7 is y2 minus y1. Y1 is how much? Shreya? 3. X2 is how much? Thank you. 6 minus -2. You will always write like this. Okay, that's the way you should write it. Okay, now this will be how much? 4 upon that is equal to 1/2. Slope m is equal to 1/2. Now, what is the value of theta? Theta is what? See, m is also equal to tan theta, right? And this value we have got half. So theta will be equal to how much? When is tan theta half? We don't know, right? We exactly don't have any angle for it. So just write tan inverse 1 by 2. That's it. Okay. Don't need to be important. Got it? See, this is inverse trigonometric function, which you are going to study in your 12th standard, not here. See, distance formula, yesterday we studied about distance formula, area of triangle. Area of triangle is very important, understand that, okay? Because in physics also you can define vectors using area of triangle, the determinant method. I suppose you guys have already studied that, right? Okay. Now, yesterday, one more thing I told you, if the line, the inclination of line is to like this, okay? That means slope is always positive, right? Positive slope, right now? If the inclination of line is like this is negative slope. In reference that we are drawing the coordinate system something like this. Okay, this is our coordinate system. Always we are going to consider for now for the study of straight line. So from here you can see that theta you always measure from x-axis and in counterclockwise direction. Okay, so you see theta here, it is greater than 90 degree. Theta is greater than 90 degree. So tan theta is obviously negative. Therefore, tan theta is negative because it lies in second quadrant. You're getting it or not? Any problem? You will let me know. Now this angle, you see alpha. So alpha is lesser than 90, right? That means tan alpha will be positive, right? And tan theta is also, tan of the angle is slope only, right? Okay. Now you see the orientation. On this side it is positive slope. This side it is negative slope. Okay. This side means I was talking about this and this. All right. Okay, those who are online. What is there some exam going on in your school? What test? Okay, anyway. Now write down the equation of straight line. See, this was when 2 points is given to you, right? If like this is the slope when 2 points, you know about 2 points, point A and point B. You can find the slope. Or if you know at what angle it is intersecting at x-axis, right? That means you can draw a line parallel to x-axis. And if you can find this angle theta, that means that will also give you the slope. So tan theta will be equal to m, right? In this case we have already got it 1 by 2, right? So either you know the angle or you know 2 points, you can find the slope. Okay. Okay. So this is also called 2-point formula. Okay. This always understand this line. Y is equal to mx plus c. This we are going to use all the time. See, it is defined later in the chapter, but I feel like this you should know in the beginning. Okay. So always understand y should always be equal to mx plus c. What is c? What is m? M, so we are already studied. What is m? Now we will understand about c. Okay. I know you guys already know what is c. You know what c is? That y is equal to mx plus c we are writing, right? What is c? I told yesterday. See, somewhere I must have mentioned. If I'm writing mx plus c, I have not mentioned this. I did, I think, yesterday. No? How is that possible? Okay. Okay. In some other class, I might have told you this. Like sequence and series last class, I think. Okay. Okay. Anyway, it's fine. we are going to, that means if we have 2 points, we can find the slope, right? And we can find the equation of line. See, now we know the slope, right? How do we find the slope? Let's write down 2-point formula. Formula means equation of line. Okay, 2-point formula. So see, the main trick is finding m. Okay, slope. See, that means if you are given 2 points anywhere, a, x1, y1, again I'm repeating this thing, b, x2, y2. How do you find the slope? How do you find the slope? Write down slope. Slope m is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Okay, that is how we find the slope. Got it? Now, equation of line is what? Y is equal to mx plus c, right? So we will try to convert this into that form. Okay, so equation of line, write down equation of line. So y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Okay. Okay. Multiplied by x. Sorry. Next. Sorry. See, we need to write this in y is equal to mx plus c, but we don't know the intercept. C is the intercept. Let me tell you what C is. See, when you are drawing, I'm just trying to explain you what C is here. Okay, let's understand C. So this is your coordinate system, y, x. Okay, you draw any straight line. Okay, any straight line you want, you can draw. Let's draw this straight line. Okay, this is also a straight line. Let's say like this. This is also a straight line, no? Yes, Shreya? Yes. Okay. Now, m is the slope, right? This theta. Let's say this is the angle theta. So m is equal to tan theta, right? Is that fine? C is this point. The intercept at this is C. Y intercept. C is called Y intercept. Okay. See, this is slope intercept formula. It is also called slope intercept formula. Okay. C is called Y intercept. Wherever the line is intersecting Y axis, that is your C. So what will be the coordinate of this point? Shreya, what will be the coordinate of this point? Murli? 0. Very good. Say 0, comma C. This question is C, right? You have studied, no, that in physics, first chapter, motion, maybe second chapter here. What you have studied, S is equal to ut plus half at square, right? You have studied that. When you plot S versus, let's say S displacement time graph when you are plotting, okay, and you are getting a straight line. If you are getting a straight line, see, this is a quadratic equation, right? When you are getting a straight line, that means this portion is equal to 0. When you are getting a straight line, that means only uniform motion you are getting. This is your uniform displacement. Uniform displacement. This is your non-uniform displacement. because there is acceleration, right? Non-uniform means accelerated motion. Uniform displacement. So till now, what you have studied, till now you had studied only this. S is equal to ut. That means distance is equal to velocity into time. That's what you have studied till now. Distance is equal to speed into time. You have studied, no? So far you had studied. So we always get a straight line, right? So that portion here, acceleration is equal to 0. I can give you another example in physics itself. Okay, let's say, okay, displacement time graph when you are getting same S is equal to ut plus half at square. Let's say you are getting a parabolic curve like this. You can have this kind of curve ST. That means, see, the slope keep on increasing at this point. At this point, the slope keep on increasing, right? You can see that, isn't it? The slope of line keep on increasing. That means it's a accelerated motion. That means velocity keeps on increasing. Displacement keep on increasing as you increase the time. Okay, so displacement keep on increasing as you increase. So it is an accelerated motion. There will always be acceleration. Got it? So this is a parabolic curve, right? Now, what is that portion where it intersects? This graph is intersecting here, right? This line. This curve is intersecting at this point. What is this point? This point is your u into t. Understood? This is your u into t. This is your uniform displacement, initial displacement, what we are calling, right? Because of uniform velocity, there is some displacement. This u is your initial velocity, right? And we are plotting with respect to time. Then here the velocity keep on changing at all points. Okay, you can have example of velocity time graph also. You can have as many examples, like let's, because you are also studying physics, shall I give you that example? Shall I? Yeah, because it's related to straight line only. I'm just giving you the same practical example that you are studying. Okay, same velocity time graph. This is your velocity and this is your time. What's the relation? V minus u is equal to at. That's what you are writing, isn't it? Now, if I draw a curve something like this, okay, curve means straight line. Let's say a straight line like that. And I've drawn a straight line. What is this? And this straight line, it will intersect somewhere around here. Somewhere it will intersect the x-axis, right? And it will make some angle. Let's say that angle is alpha. Okay. Now this red curve starts from t is equal to 0, because before that it is negative time is not possible, right? That's why we don't have a curve that side, isn't it? You have studied that in physics, haven't you? So now this is your velocity. What is the slope? What does the slope give you? Slope, you are finding slope is your acceleration, right? Remember, p vector, u vector, a vector. This is a vector quantity, right? So acceleration you are getting. Slope you are getting acceleration. That means if you find tan alpha, you will get acceleration. Okay. So what is this point where it is intersecting? What is this point? This point is u. Okay. This point from here to here, it is u, initial velocity. So this point is 0, u. Okay. And this, you got it, no? So velocity time graph, that's how we are plotting. The slope always gives acceleration, right? You have studied this part? Okay. So that's what I'm trying to tell you here also. So whenever you are finding slope, that means you are dividing both the axes, right? Velocity and velocity, that's what you are studying. Acceleration is equal to dv vector upon dt. That's what you are studying, isn't it? Okay. Write down this. These are also important. Same thing we are doing. I'm just trying to relate with your physics example that what we have already studied. So this A, now you understand this equation. V, this equation. V minus u is equal to 80. Now can we write this V in form of straight line? This is y, okay, minus c is equal to mx. Can you see this? That means y is equal to mx plus c. You can also write now v is equal to at plus u. So y is equal to mx plus c. Get it? That's what straight line is. So slope is your acceleration, isn't it? Yes or no? So you have studied this part, okay? And this is your intercept. Okay, u is your intercept. So write down u is nothing but your velocity, right? That is the value of c is the value of y, initial value of y, or we call it intercept. See, because in mathematics, mathematically you can move this line towards the negative axis, right? But in practical with time graph, time do not go back, right? So we do not extend it to the negative part. So it always starts from t is equal to 0 in physics, right? Write down that. So that's how we compare these two equations. Write down c is equal to y intercept. C is y intercept. Y intercept. Okay. Any problem? What's the password? You know? Can you call Bhaskar? What's the password? Just call in from Bhaskar. Sir, can you please come here? Understood. This part is clear. Okay, please. What's the password? But I'll tell everyone. Say 0202. Oh, forgot the last thing. Okay, write down. Written this part. Okay, we'll move to. Let me check NCRT. According to that only. Write down slope of a line when coordinate of any 2 points on the line are given. So that's what we did, right? We have done that part, right? So this part we have already finished when 2 points are given, right? So this part. Tan theta. Okay, let me rewrite it again. This you understood, no? If not, please tell me. Okay. Let me draw the axis. See, here in this chapter, we will draw all the axis, all the coordinates, all the time. X, Y. Now, again, a straight line. Let me draw a straight line like this. Okay. Now, any 2 point is given. So let's say this point here, it is given according to the book. So this point is Q. It is X2, Y2. Okay. And some point, let's say P here. Write down x1, y1. Okay. So if it intersect here, it will make some angle theta. What, and if you draw a line parallel here, a parallel line. Okay. If you draw a parallel to x-axis, what angle will be this? Huh? Murli? This will also be theta only, right? You know this. What is called this? What is this called? The parallel line you are intersecting, so that these two angles will be same. What is this called? Corresponding angles, right? Right now. So slope, write down again, slope m is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This is your slope, or this is also tan theta. Okay. Now, if see, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the line is like this. Again, you will use the same. Okay. Let's say the point, some point here, it is A. Okay. Let's say x3, y3. And some point here, B, x4, y4. See this, obviously this you will get positive. Okay, this one. But tan alpha, let's say this angle is, alpha. So if you find tan alpha, that will be the slope of line AB. Tan alpha, that is, let's say M2. Okay, so this is M2 and just say this is M1. So this is M1. Okay, so this will be equal to, you can write y4 minus y3 upon x4 minus x3. This you will get negative, right? This always you will get negative. Why you will get negative? One x is negative, right? You will always get this value negative. Oof. Now write down next point, next topic. Condition parallel lines and perpendicular lines. First, number one, you write down parallel lines. Parallel lines, number one. Again, we'll draw the coordinate. So when two lines are parallel, Shreya, when can you say that two lines are parallel? Right? Yeah, correct. So let's say this is one line and this again is your another line. So these two lines are parallel, isn't it? That means these are not going to intersect. If these lines are not intersecting, that means the slope must be same. Slope must remain same. So if it is making angle theta, right? If this is making angle theta, so this line should also make angle theta. Okay. So if slope of this line is M1 and slope of this line is M2, then M1 must be equal to M2. Then only we can say lines are parallel. So slopes must be equal. Okay. Got it? Now write down perpendicular lines. Now to see, we are only studying straight line in a, see, when there is a line, it can only be defined in a plane. You don't need third dimension to define a line, right? You see, you can say this is x, y, z. So if you are drawing from that corner to you can say, okay, all three dimensions are being used, but you can just define this axis, right? You don't need any other dimension to define straight line. Okay, you just need two. All right. So write down perpendicular lines. So when two lines are perpendicular, Murli, when can you say that two lines are perpendicular? Yeah, that the perpendicular means what? Two lines, they make angle how much? 90 degree with each other. Okay, let's say this is one line. Okay, let's say a line like this. Okay, let's say it makes an angle theta with x-axis. Okay, let's say this is a line L1. Okay, and another line, let's say it should be perpendicular, right? Something like that, isn't it? So this is line L2 and this angle is how much? 90 degree, right? And this this angle is how much? Let's say alpha. Some angle alpha we don't know. It will make some angle. See, lines you can draw any way you want. It will always intersect x-axis somewhere. Somewhere it will always intersect x-axis and somewhere it will. If it is intersecting, that means it is having a slope, right? So what you can say? So this slope is M1. Let's say the slope is M1. Here the slope is M2. Okay. Now can you see this triangle? Yeah. So let's say this is point A, B, and C. So can you see a triangle ABC in triangle? And we know from this the property of triangle, alpha should be equal to 90 plus theta. Yes or no? You tell me that. Now you take tan both sides. Okay. We can take tan both sides. No, taking tan means you can write like this. Tan alpha can be write like tan alpha is equal to tan 90° plus theta. We are taking we are using tan function both sides. Is that okay? See, when you are using both sides, that means complete you have to use. You cannot just use for tan here and tan here. Not, that is not the correct way. See, whatever operation we do both sides, right? Like multiplying by x by x. So you multiply here by x complete, right? So same thing we are doing here. Don't multiply by x. We don't need it. Okay. Now tan alpha. What is tan alpha from here? Tan alpha. Tan, what is tan of any angle? Slope of that line, right? So slope of this line. What is that slope of this line? M2? Sorry, M2. Isn't it? M2 is equal to, now tan 90 minus alpha. Let me write like that. Wait. So this is tan alpha is equal to, can we write minus tan theta? See, tan 90 plus theta, sorry, cot, right? Cot theta, right? It will be cot now. Minus cot theta. 90, no, it is multiple of 90. Okay, pi by 2. So tan pi by 2 plus theta will be what? It is tan, since it is multiple of 90. So tan will become cot, right? And it is in second quadrant, 90 plus theta. So in second quadrant, cot, what is this? Negative. Tan is negative in second quadrant, so it will be negative, minus cot theta. Is that okay? Now can we write tan alpha is equal to minus 1 upon tan theta? Tan is 1 upon cot, right? So cot is 1 upon tan, right? Now what is this? Tan alpha. What is this tan alpha from this diagram? M2, slope of line L2, right? So M2 will be equal to what? Minus what? Ashreya? Minus 1 upon M1. Got it? That means, can we write like this? I'm writing here, okay? I'm writing it here on the same page. M2 into M1 is equal to what? Minus 1. Got it? Write down. So if two lines are perpendicular, their slopes will be, the product of their slope is negative 1, always. Write down M2 is equal to slope of line L2. Write down M1 is equal to slope of line L1. Right? From this diagram we are writing L1 and L2. Is that okay? So if two lines are perpendicular, what will happen? Their product of their slope is minus 1. If two lines are parallel, then slopes are equal. So now shall we solve some of the problems based on it? We'll solve only from NCERT, okay? Write down question. If the angle between two lines is pi by 4. In radian it is given, okay? And slope of one of the line is 1 by 2. Find the slope of other line. Do it. Can you do this? Okay, wait. One more concept I think I'm missing here. Before giving you question, write down. Sorry, my mistake. Let me add page here. Before this, after you solve this problem, okay, first write down this concept: angle between two lines. Angle between two lines. Okay. Again, we are doing the same thing. We will always draw our coordinate system. Y, X. Suppose you have two lines, any two lines, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's say a line like this and a line like this. Maybe these are the two lines. So let's say this is L2, and this is L1. Now, what is the angle between these two lines? Anyone? See, randomly these are two lines. What is the angle between these two lines? We don't know. I can say alpha. He will say beta. But where? What is the angle here? Either this angle, right, or this angle. This is also the angle. See, either this angle or this angle, right? And this angle is same. This angle is same. Opposite angles, right? Opposite angles are same always. So let's say the angle is theta, like you said. Okay. So angle is theta, and let's say this angle be something else. Let's say phi, as it is given in your book. So I'll be also using that same. Now, let's say this line, the red line L1 makes an angle alpha with x-axis, and this yellow line or L2, it makes beta with this line x-axis. That means what is the slope of line L2? Huh? Slope of L2, line 2. Let's write M2 is equal to tan beta. Slope of L1, M1 is equal to tan alpha. Is that okay? Any doubt? Right up. Right? Is that okay? Now, what else information do we know of? Okay, what else do we know? We also know theta plus phi will always be equal to 180 degrees. It's a straight line. This information also we know. Yes or no? Theta plus phi will always be 180. No? Shreya? Why? Why? It's a straight line. Yellow line is a straight line. So even if it intersect, we are writing those angles only, right? Isn't it? So theta plus phi will be equal to 180. What else do we know? Now you see this angle. What is this angle? Huh? What is this angle here? Theta? Can you write from here? Can we write alpha plus theta is equal to beta? See, from a triangle. See, this is the exterior. Beta is the exterior angle, right? External angle. So this angle. See, now, do you want me to prove this? Yes or no? I can go for the proof. Yeah, I'll just short proof. I'll just give you here. Okay, I know. Alpha plus theta plus, let's say this angle, some angle gamma. Okay, gamma is equal to what? 180 degree. That's fine. Beta, sorry. Now beta plus gamma is equal to what? 180 degree. Let's see. This angle plus this angle is equal to 180 degree. This is equal to 180 degree. Now, if you substitute alpha plus theta plus gamma is equal to, instead of 180, can we write beta plus gamma? So beta is equal to what? So is this correct? Yes. Okay, got it. Now again, you take tan function both sides. Let's tan both sides. Tanning both sides in sun. Okay, hot sun. So if you use tan function both sides, tan alpha plus theta will be equal to tan beta. Can we write like this? Yeah. Now can we write this? Okay, theta we don't want, right? So see, from here also we'll get the result, but let's not write like this. Let's not, because we know about alpha. So can we write theta is equal to beta minus alpha? Huh? So now you take tan function both. This is easier method. That method also we can prove. Tan beta minus alpha. See, whatever method is given in the book or we are using is the easiest method. Okay, there can be several methods of solving same problem. So tan theta is equal to tan. What is tan beta? Formula tan beta minus alpha. Tan beta minus tan alpha by Shreya. Tan beta, tan alpha. Now, what is tan beta from here? Tan beta is what? M2. So M2 minus M1 upon 1 plus M1, M2. Can we write like this? What is this? The tan theta? This is tan theta, no? Write down. Tan theta, that means theta is the angles. We need to find theta, no? Theta is equal to tan inverse of this value. M2 minus M1 upon 1 plus M1. This is the angle between two lines. Easy, right? You just need to know the slope. So this is the formula of angle between two lines. See, there is one more angle, if you remember. Phi, right? There is one more angle, no? Phi. We cannot. So we know theta is, so phi also. So we can write also phi is equal to 180 minus theta. Yeah. So tan phi will be what? Tan 180 minus theta. That is equal to minus tan theta. Right? And minus tan theta is what? Tan theta is here. So tan phi will be equal to what? Minus of this value, M2 minus M1 upon 1 plus M1, M2. So these are the two angles. So you can find phi after taking the inverse, right? Got it? So these are the two angles between lines. Now solve that problem. You want this? That means using slope, if you can find the slope, you can find a lot of things. We'll see ahead, okay, ahead of this chapter. Straight line is really important and interesting chapter. You can relate a lot of things. Straight line, conic section. It's really important. The properties that you will know of about conic section, you'll be able to define things. You just need slopes. Yeah. Find out everyone. Okay. How much you got? Minus 1 by 3. I don't know. It's a question from textbook. Again, I forgot the pin. Useless. Okay. So let's find out. See, there is two lines, right? So one of the line, let's say like this, and another line, something like this. Okay, and the angle between them is pi by 4, that is 45 degree, right? Pi by 4 is 45 degree, right? So these are the two lines, and the angle between them is 45 degree. Now let's say the slope of this line is m1, and the slope of this line is m2. Okay, how you will be able to find it? Tan theta. So one angle is given, right? Tan theta is equal to how much? M2 minus M1 upon 1 plus M1 M2. M2 M1 or M1 M2 both are same if you multiply it. What you will get? Tan theta. Theta is 45, so 1 is equal to M2. M2 is how much? See, one of the slope is given half. So you can write half or one of the slopes. We can write M2 minus half upon 1 plus M2 upon half and M2 upon 2. That means 1 plus M2 by 2 is equal to M2 minus half. So I'll take this half this side and this to this side, right? So this will become 3 by 2 and that will be equal to 1 by 2 M2, right? So M2 will be equal to 3. Is that correct or wrong? Yes or no? Is it my mistake? Anybody online? Guys, those who are online, you can tell me if I have made the mistake. Solve it. Solve it. Correct? I know this. Okay. So this is one of the scope. What is this is M2? What is M1? What is M1? See, there can be two slope. No. See this. Okay. So find the slope of other line. See, it is possible that. What else is possible? Okay. Just a minute. There are two values of M2 possible. Can you tell me how? Can you tell me how two values of E2 are possible? Using a straight line only. Don't go with equations. Leave the equation. Forget about equations. Just see if two lines are intersecting, this red line and yellow line are intersecting, you are getting one slope M2, right? And the angle between this is 40. Is there any other method that this line can be intersected? See, can it be intersected like this? Can it not be intersected like this? Yes, it can be intersected like that, no? So that time you will be finding this. This is given 45 degree. In that case, it is given 45 degree. So how come we'll be able to find two slopes using one equation? We will use modulus function. Okay. So write down. This is modulus function. Okay. All this. So this is the modulus functions. We always use modulus function. Got it? And of course, do not put modulus here outside. Modulus is inside. Okay. Negative of modulus of this. Understand that? Okay. It's not, yeah, negative of modulus of that. So find out two values. See if modulus of, See, that means one value. See, this is solution one. So this is first angle. See, any function in modulus function, what we have studied, modulus of x is, let's say, y is equal to modulus of x. That means y can be equal to plus x and minus x. Remember? Huh? So now here, 1 plus x we have already taken, plus 1. One value will be minus. So they take minus. Put y is equal to, put this is equal to minus 1. So write down second angle. Sorry, second slope, not angle, second slope. This is first slope, this is second slope. Because two slopes are possible. No? Slopes means angle only, but we are calculating slope. Two slopes are possible. Either this is M2 or this can be M2. Both can be M2, right? This can be M2A. Let's say this is M2B. See, these two, both M2 will make angle 45 degree with M1. That line L1. You are able to understand this or not? Is there a confusion? See, this is also possible. This is also possible. We need to find both the possibilities. That's why we are using modulus function. Okay. So write down now. The next solution will be minus 1 is equal to M2 minus half upon 1 plus M2 upon half. Now solve it. So you'll get minus 1 minus M2 upon 2 is equal to M2 minus 1 by 2. Take it this side, take this side, what will you get? This will become minus 1 by 2 is equal to 3 by 2 M2, right? Isn't it? So 2 you can cancel out. M2 will be equal to minus 1 by 3. So two values of this is possible. That means two angles are possible. So theta, tan theta, let's say this angle, this line makes angle theta with x-axis, and this white line makes angle alpha, let's say alpha with x-axis. Okay, so tan theta is equal to 3 and tan alpha is equal to minus 1 upon 3. Got it? Solve one more problem or take one problem for homework. I think now you'll be able to solve exercise. Yeah, the first exercise. What is your first exercise? 10.1, no? Exercise 10.1. So solve exercise 10.1. Homework, okay? We are running out of time, so we'll do it. I think tomorrow will come. Just try to solve it. Now see, if one topic that I missed is 3 points are collinear. See, there are two majority of 3 points. If 3 points are collinear, that means first is area of triangle is 0. Okay, number 1. What else? See, if these 3 points are let's say these 3 points, point P, Q, and R, these are collinear. That means that they will lie on same point. So x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, right? Let's say the slope of line PQ line slope is what? M1. And QR slope is what? M2, right? And PR slope is M3, right? That means M1 will be equal to M2 will be equal to M3, right? Got it? Now I think we'll be able to solve all the problems. Find one, write down one question here itself. Now 3 points are collinear in this question only. If 3 points are collinear, okay, and the points are given to you x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3, right? Find, acha, prove that x3 minus x1 into y2 minus y1 is equal to, sorry, it's h y3 minus y1 into x2 minus x1. Prove this. This is your homework. Okay, prove this. Okay, let's try to prove this one. Tomorrow we'll see this. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye. See, just try to find out doubts. If you have any, clarify before tomorrow. By tomorrow, because again we will be having classes for